welcome to PWCI this week. I am the Mad Conservative Crime Fighter, and we're back in Mount Vernon, Illinois for IWA Productions Tag Team Action. As we see, in a match that was set up a month ago, Midwest Mercenaries to take on Savage and Scar after they interrupted their singles match between the two. But before we get to that tag team match, we caught up with one of the members of this team for a special interview.
We are talking with Sid Holland. He is one half of the tag team known as the Midwest Mercenaries, was formerly part of a posse known as the No Coast, or maybe still is.
Nope, not anymore. The Midwest Mercenaries are actually kind of an offshoot of the Silver Mountain Mafia. So the No Coast is long in the past. I wish them guys the best in everything that they do, but it was time for me to go solo and do my own thing.
So the No Coast crew no longer exists. It officially as a faction is broken up.
Well, I'm not 100% sure on that. I know the Chicago guys are kind of doing their own thing. I know separate branches from that. Those have died off. I know that much. I know that they also started up a Twitch streaming channel for their gaming. So that's about all I know about them.
Okay, so the biggest controversy over the past couple of weeks is social media drama. You've posted some things to kind of stir up the hornet's nest. For the benefit of the viewers, what did you do exactly?
Well, let's put it this way, Kay. There's a lot of people out there in the wrestling community. They will hang a person out and you're guilty until proven innocent, and accusations go flying around out of people's mouths, and before they get fact checked. And that's just kind of the world that we live in today. And for that, I've been told that I need to be quiet, that I need to be a good little soldier and just let it blow over, and I'm not one to do that. I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to say my side of the story. I'm going to get the facts out there. Exactly. I'm going to get it out there. One way or another, my side is going to be heard. I will not be silenced. And a lot of facts have come out, and everything has been mostly in my favor, and that's great. And I've proven a lot of my doubters and naysayers completely wrong, and I've silenced a lot of people, and I'm just going to keep pushing forward, because there's a lot of people that push down on me, because here in the Midwest I was such a fast rising star before COVID that everybody kind of wanted to place me in a box, and I don't fit in that box, and I'm gonna shred that box to pieces. So that's been mostly what it's been about, is don't try to make me into your good little soldier, because that's not what's going to happen.
So this had to do with more prominent names of the local wrestling scene. You've been trying to get a match with some, I guess, more prominent figures in the...
Yeah, I've called out some people. I called out Frankie D in the past, and Frankie D was actually able to answer my challenge. You know, he's not one to shy away from it. There's been other names that I've called out, one in particular being Damian Blade, who has done nothing but ignore my challenges and or send me cryptic videos. And I'm not really one to pick apart your cryptic videos, Damian, but I'm still standing here. You told me I would meet whoever Bernice is. I haven't done that. I'm still standing here. There's a lot of other people that like to run their mouths that they're the best in the Midwest, and that's just false. P.T. Beckham being one of those people. I'm looking right into this camera, and I'm telling you, P.T. Beckham is not as good as he says he is. He's been pinned by me. He's not that damn good. And every time that I call the man out, all he wants to do is gloat about his one victory over me. Well, the way I see it, we're tied up, so let's settle it, bud. And as far as anybody else in the Midwest goes, I'm here. I'm still making a name for myself. I'm not going anywhere, despite your best efforts. So here I stand.
Something to the effect is, you said you could hang with anybody.
Anybody.
So I'm going to throw some names out.
Let's go.
Brandon Espinoza.
Brandon Espinoza and I would create absolute magic in that ring.
The Warhorse, Jake Parnell.
Jake Parnell, wow. I love what he's doing. I'm actually a really big fan of his. I'm sorry that we didn't get to meet up the couple of times that we were on the same card together. Circumstances kept one or the other from attending certain shows, but if I had the chance to mix it up with Jake Parnell, it would be an instant classic.
Kevin Lee Davidson.
Oh, KLD. Man, that's, I gotta tell you, that's a dream match. Another big guy that can move smooth. I would love to be able to pick his brain, but I think that I would be able to hang, absolutely.
Camaro Jackson.
I'm not too familiar with his work, but anybody that's here in the Midwest willing to work with me, I would love to have that match.
Ricky Cruz.
Ricky Cruz. Ricky Cruz is one of the men responsible for helping my progress in the wrestling world. Ricky Cruz has been a part of my training since back in 2015. So I would love the opportunity to get in the ring with Ricky anytime. Hopefully Ricky feels the same way about me.
Now, part of the fuss about wrestlers, I guess the prominent names avoiding you, you say you can hang with them or you're better than them or can out wrestle them. Naysayers will say, well, we believe he is not as far along in training and built up his ring skill. Is that a fair statement?
So,
how far along are you in training and ring skill?
This is what I will say to anybody that questions my training, because I know it's come up quite a few times, okay?
Still is.
It still does, and it's a topic that bothers me. I started training back in 2015. That was when I originally started. So here's the thing, man. Just because I'm not training with you does not mean I'm not training.
Yeah.
I'm putting the miles in, I'm putting the hours in, I'm doing the drives, I'm going to new places, I'm seeing things I've never seen before. I'm out there, I'm doing it. And just because I'm not in your training facility in St. Louis every Wednesday and every Friday or whatever
or this
it is,
town or this
doesn't mean I'm not training off in North Dakota. It doesn't
Right.
mean that I'm not going to Michigan and taking seminars. It doesn't mean that I'm off doing things. Just because I don't have a home place where I train every single week doesn't mean that I'm not training.
And who are you? And who are you? Who have you been learning from when you go off, go to these?
I've had some really, really great seminars. He went by Rob Holenbeck. He made it to 205 Live. I took an entire 4-day course with him when I went to Wyoming. Actually was able to even be a part of his seminar to help train some of the younger guys. I excelled so much in his training. Did with Bob Orton at the SICW Academy. I trained with Ricky Cruz back in Dynamo Pro, Jake Durden. Mike Outlaw was a part of my training then.
I should have mentioned Jake Durden earlier.
Jake Durden is somebody that I've always wanted to work, but it's just never happened. I think I was a little bit too late when I started. Everybody kind of moved on to different things. Man, there's a lot of training that's going on, you know. It's a lot to list, you know, so.
So if we had a rite of passage match, which is kind of like Ring of Honor's Proving Ground match, who does it need to be against?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
A top tier local area guy.
I would think Ricky Cruz on that. Ricky Cruz is responsible for a lot of my training. He saw me in Dynamo Pro when I was just a fan sitting in the seats and walked up to him wanting to know about training. Ricky's the one that got me the information about training. So I think it would be perfect to mix it up with Ricky and settle once and for all, you know, is the student ready to take over and be on his own and go on his own? I mean, I don't see why not.
Now I did see another post that you were going to dial it back a bit because you were something to do with being an ordained minister.
Well,
Did
yeah.
I read that right?
I am. I'm an ordained pastor, so I've been doing some wedding gigs. A friend of mine has a DJ company that she started up with her boyfriend, and they're getting real big, and so I've kind of partnered up with them as well. So I'm learning how to do DJing and the weddings, and you know, we're able to offer a bunch of different services, and so I found that that's a lot of fun. I am dialing back on my wrestling. I'm 30 years old now. I'm starting to get to a point where I don't want to be 38 years old and not able to hold my kids. I got another baby on the way due in June. I'm at the point now where I don't want to leave home. You know, leaving home for a weekend and not being able to hang out with my fiance and my kids kind of kills me a little bit inside. So my bookings are going to lessen. My DJ slash pastoral gigs are gonna eventually take over, and on my way out the door, I just want to have some fun, man. I'm not trying to reach the pinnacle. I just want everybody to know that I took this serious. I did all I could while I was here.
So you want to move up. You still want to move up before you
That's right.
fully walk away.
Yeah, that's right. I just want to be acknowledged as somebody who came along. I did my miles. I did the reps. I put in the work. I put in the blood, sweat, and tears, as everybody quotes all the time. I did everything that I could to get to where I'm at, and I just want it acknowledged.
All right, where can promoters go? They want to bring in Sid Holland, and I guess your tag team partner and
Yeah, wherever he is, somewhere around here, we got
Jake Prater.
Yeah, Jake Prater. We got a Facebook page that you can find us, the Midwest Mercenaries.
Sure.
You can find us.
Bend it down so I can see it. There we go.
That's right. You can find us on Facebook there. Also on Facebook is Sid Holland. I have an Instagram, also Real Sid Holland. So yeah, that's how bookers can find us and ask about any inquiries for any other shows.
All right, Sid, thank you very much.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for the time.
All right.
My brother Jake and I, we went to that locker room, we challenged any team in the back, nobody would answer. So we decided, screw it, we'll fight each other. The two masks wearing because they're too ugly to look in the mirror. Closet dwelling guys that grunt at everybody. But you want to come out and sneak attack, you want to attack us from behind while we in the middle of doing what we do best. Get your mask wearing ugly butts out here. You weird freaking guys.
Accompanied by the demented Judge Ship. At a combined weight of 614 pounds from the 7 gates of hell, I give you Savage, I give you Scar, Dominion.
All right, we will get to the start of the match after the break. Let's take a look at the schedule of upcoming events. All right, tag team action. The duo of Savage and Scar to take on the Midwest Mercenaries. And look at Scar showing off. So Savage and Scar have gone through 3 different team names in 3 months. First it was the plain old Savage Scar. Then the next month they called themselves the Midwest Horror Story, which I thought was a good name for the team. Now they're calling themselves the Dominion. And to that one individual who busted my balls because I supposedly couldn't get the names right, what am I supposed to do here? A tag team that cannot decide what name they want to call themselves and stick with it. What do you want me to do? I'm not going to keep a list of every name that this team has called themselves. Pick a name, stick with it, and you're going to be... And don't get mad if I don't call it by the right name by one in particular month. Good grief. Guard crashing in the corner. Jake Prater going to town. Snap mare. And Scar. Not silly here. IWA Productions comes back to Mount Vernon on March the 27th, right here at this building. Old Edison Middle School, now called the IWA Event Center. The only show this weekend that I know of is deep in the Southern Illinois, just to the east of Mount Vernon in Sims, Illinois. Strictly Insane Pro Wrestling at the Community Center. It's March the 20th, this St. Patrick's Day week. And Sid Holland tagged in, slugging away on Scar, and there's a headbutt. And in the corner, Sid Holland in trouble relatively early, making his way into the ring. And Savage is choking away, and Scar joining in as their new manager. The judge, Chip Leffer, looks on. And Savage and Scar have been kind of floundering the past few months. They had they were the former IWA Tag Team Champions. They had lost the titles when a substitute partner for Scar was pinned for them by the now champs, the Family. And don't call them the most generic name in professional wrestling. They did not take too kindly to that reference. Supposedly they're an offshoot of the Manson family. Anybody on the street, do they agree with the statement? Is it the most generic game in professional wrestling? Most people would say yes. Sid Holland with a rear chin lock on Scar. And an elbow to the head. And Holland goes for the cover. 2. And only a 2 count. Midwest Impact Pro on the 27th at the Brooks Auction House in Bartonville, Illinois. That's a suburb of Peoria. That's Sid Holland's hometown. Current hometown. Prater tags in. Super Crazy will be at Midwest Impact Pro. He will be conducting a wrestling seminar starting at 2 o'clock. Irish whip reversal. Swing and a miss. Prater ducks under. Cross body. Scar tried to catch him, and that did not work. Only a 2. Well, wait to be trying to catch out of the air. There's a right to the face. Scar thought he could catch him, but too much weight and too much momentum took him down. Armringer, and there's the tag to Savage. And he's going up. Bottom rope. Could only get up to the bottom rope to drop that axe handle. There's a chop. 01 Supreme returns to Noble, Illinois at the Noble Grade School on the 27th. Southland Championship Wrestling Chebanese Civic Center in Chebanese. Also on the 27th, World League Wrestling at the Race Wrestling Academy in Troy, Missouri. That's the last weekend of the month. And Savage chokes away on one Jake Prater in the corner with that boot. And here we go. Savage throws, bounces Prater's head in the corner, the opposite corner. Chokehold. Legal tactics from one. Here we go. Legal tactics from Savage on Jake Prater, and Jeff Lepper gets a cheap shot in. No tag. Referee has to dispose of somebody. And now Scar comes in and rams him into the corner. Matches for the 27th at IWA Productions. Pretty Boy Floyd and Damian Hex will take on the duo of Dexter Roswell and a partner of his choosing. Also, the Warhorse returns to challenge the IWA Tag Team Champions, the Family. And there goes Prater into the ring post. Referee counting as Sid Holland goes to check on his partner. Now Prater back in. Tag to Savage. And Prater in no man's land, sent to the opposite corner. Savage comes in, splash. Here comes Scar, another splash. Jake Prater. Maybe the beginning of the end here. Big splash off the ropes. This is maybe it. Holland comes in to break it up. This match would have been over if he did not get in there. Next week, here on the program, we will be presenting matches from Pinfall Wrestling Association, new material taped this past weekend. So that will be next week. We'll be seeing Blake Steele taking on Conley. We'll also be seeing Ankin Murphy, the rookie, taking on the Strangler Roy Lewis. That's next week here on PWCI this week. And a hair pull and takes down Jake Prater. Cover. And only a 2. And now, Scar back in the ring, as the Midwest Mercenaries have not been able to get going in this tag team match. Prater has been in there taking a ton of damage from these two big bulls. Well, these two big monsters. Now he's trying for a suplex, but can't get the leverage. Well, there's a tag, but the referee didn't see it. But Holland comes in to suplex Scar, and Holland, kind of realizing the ref did not see the tag, gets outside the ring and gets his partner over to his corner so the referee can see a tag. And Holland and Savage slugging it out in the middle of the ring. That gets cut off in a hurry, but Savage gets thrown into a corner, and Holland, roaring elbow. Here comes Scar. Axe handle to the head. Another elbow, and another roaring elbow from Sid Holland. Throwing those roaring elbows in the corners. Arm wringer, and now one for a crossface as Judge Chip is on the ring apron, tosses that gavel to Scar and hits him in the head.
Gavel.
Oh, come on! Savage goes for the cover, and that is it. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Yeah, that judge needs to be kicked off the bench, if you know what I mean. Well, whatever name they're calling themselves from now on, whether it be Savage Scar, the Midwest Horror Story, or the Dominion, they are victorious tonight. Their manager being the deciding factor. Miscarriage of justice, and the referee is flashing the X sign.
X sign was flashed.
Jake Prater is down. Referee calling for help.
He's gonna need more help. Help from the back needed.
I don't know what happened. Jake Prater is down on the outside of the ring. Sid Holland going to check on him. Well, I want to make note, this is St. Patrick's Day week. I want to wish everybody an enjoyable St. Patrick's Day week. Happens to be Wednesday. This program airs at different times during the week. Jake Prater.
Back of his head, or what happened?
Getting back to his feet. He's holding the back of his head. And I have been told later that he had suffered a stinger, but he is going to be fine.
Jake Prater and Sid Holland, y'all. Good luck.
Well, that'll do it for this edition of PWCI this week. I am next to the Crime Fighter. Next week, as I stated, Pinfall Wrestling Association from Springfield, Illinois, of Pinfall Academy is what we'll feature next time. Till then, see ya.